I didn't know when you wanted me to come in.
Yeah, just in a second. All right, we got Carmen on here. Hey, look at you. It's good to see you guys. Carmen, your face is changing. You look lean through here.
Yes, thank you. That's your hard work. Put me to
No,
work.
it's yours, girl. I'm not doing the hard work. You're the one putting it in. Look, there's Roberta and Esther. Esther's going to get, this is Esther's first time in our group. I'm so excited to have her. And she's brand new, so here we go. She's got to see all my crazy sides already. We got Angela coming on here. See how many ladies we get tonight. So listen, tonight we were supposed to talk about stretching. Hi, Angela. Tonight we were supposed to talk about stretching and all that, but I'm not going to because I think I'm gonna move it out a week. And the following week after that, we're going to talk about bone density. And so a lot of us, you know, as we age, we start dealing with things like osteoporosis. But, you know, there's lots of things that we can do to actually change that. There is Viana, the transformation queen. She is transforming in front of my eyes. Every time Viana sends pictures, I am not kidding you all. I mean, I am just like stunned in such a great way. So proud of Viana. And I put her pictures side by side. And Viana is a hard worker, ladies. Let me tell you, she is a hard worker. And I'm going to let Wade talk more about that in a minute because Wade has been helping me some. And I love it because Wade is, you know, he's a man and he's very not biased. Like, he's like, I can tell you who's getting the transformations. You know, it's like,
I don't talk like that.
no, he don't talk like Southern.
Transformation.
Transformations. He ain't talking like that, thank God, because I've been like, oh man. No, no, talk to the hand, right? Wasn't that a thing back in the day? Talk to the hand. Anyway, so Wade said, you know, when he looked at the logging and stuff, he knew the names because the people who are really consistent are showing up and showing out. And he knew who they were because he had seen their transformation pictures as we move forward. And so it was pretty cool for Wade because he wanted to talk to you guys just for a minute about that. I love that he got to see that because if I was going to tell you guys that, of course, I'm your coach and I'm saying all the time, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent, right? Hey, Taryn. And I love your consistency, Taryn. I love it. I am so proud of you. I am Carmen, same, be honest. You guys, ladies, you're being consistent. But Taryn, you have brought it to a new level and I see it and I'm so proud of you. Just go, girl. You just go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Go. Yes. All right. I'm going to let the man talk to you for a minute because I want him to share his heart as to what he sees. And he's not your coach. He is actually he is your coach, but anyway, I want him to speak from his heart. Come on in here, babe. I don't know if they can see it. Let's see where we are.
Oh, they don't need to see me. They can.
There you are. All right. All right. Here we go.
First of all, Bo got his hair cut today, and he's very, very
weird
depressed.
he got shaved.
He had to get shaved somewhat because he had some stuff in his fur we couldn't get out, and so they called and they told Allie about it, and I kept thinking, babe, have you heard about Bo? Is he ready to go? Oh, yeah, they called. And they're going to have to shave him. What? We've spent a year and a half letting his hair grow.
But he's still got his hair on his head.
Yeah, and his tail. But he seems to be a little depressed. And we had to go to Franklin, which is about a 30-minute drive, to take our granddaughter home. So he rode with us. And when he got home, he went straight to the bed.
He was sad.
He didn't want to talk to anybody. He didn't want to eat, nothing. He went straight to bed. For about 30 minutes, and I kept looking, where is Bo? And sure enough, he was back there in the bedroom in the dark,
He gets very sad when he gets his hair cut. I think he feels like part of him is missing. Anyway, we didn't
Okay.
come on to tell him about that.
All
We
right,
didn't
I
come on to tell him about
digress. Sorry.
that.
Okay. So, this accountability group that Ally
Yes.
started.
If you are not in it and you need to step up your game, ladies, it is a great group, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Holy
So
mackerel.
what I started doing at night is I started going down the list. And I would check the day before.
Now we got 2 accountability groups going. I want to make you really aware. This is the accountability group that is for the older clients. So we have all new clients now are going into their own accountability group. And so there's Samantha. Hey, look how bright and sunny this where you are. I think it's probably, I can't hear you, hon. Unmute your mic. So Samantha is new too. And
full of cold and full of
Is it
cold,
cold?
still really. No, I've got cold and I'm not
Oh,
very
yeah.
well. So I'll
Good.
put my glasses back on because I've got like bloodshot eyes and it's very warm
Right.
here.
You and Esther, this is your first time here, and I think Angela has been on have you been on this group before, Angela? Yes, you have, right? Yes. I knew that you were, but I was like, am I leaving her out? So Samantha, tell everybody where you're from.
Oh, well, originally I'm from the UK and moved to Australia about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I live in Queensland. So I live in Sunshine Coast, which is beautiful weather all year round, more or less. Winters are like, gorgeous. So yeah, we're just coming in. Well, it's going to heat up now, probably, like going into December, it'll be hot. So I'm looking forward to doing this program. I really am looking forward to doing it. As I say, when I joined, I just thought, right, I'm just going to join, but I was sick at the time. But I thought, I'll be over it in a few days. But anyway, I'm here.
Yeah, she's been sick coming on, and I'll tell you, so proud of you ladies coming on and dealing with issues. Esther's coming on and dealing with some too. And you know what? You guys are just pushing through it. So I'm proud of you. And that's really good. Go ahead, say sorry, baby. But yeah, this is really important for you. So I'm glad you're here, Samantha. I'm glad all of you are here because I want you to hear what Wade has to say. Don't.
Sure.
Go.
Process.
Go. Yeah.
You're
Quick,
good.
quick,
You're good.
because I might change my mind.
I know. Okay. All right. So the accountability group I am talking about is the one for clients that have been with us for a while. Okay. They know the system. They know how to track. Okay. They know about the sugar. They know about the fiber. So Ally started this group and it was volunteer, right?
Right.
You had you
100%
voluntarily, is that a word? Voluntarily entered this group. Now, let me explain to you for a minute. So I got involved with it because number one, she's slammed and she's working till 11:30, 12 o'clock every night, and I can't get her to come to bed.
1:30 less.
1:30. So it's dampening. Okay, it's. I'm just gonna have to shut the laptop and carry her to the bedroom. You want me?
Whoa. Yeah.
All right.
I'm down.
All right. All right. So this is what I started doing. I started going down the list of every name that is in that accountability group. Now, this is a very strict accountability group. Okay. And just so you know, I'm checking calories. I'm checking fiber. I'm checking sugar. I'm checking protein. I'm checking your workout.
Water.
I'm checking your water. Okay. So out of those 6 things, what I'm finding is maybe half of it is done. All right. You may get your water. You may get your fiber, but then your sugar's way off. You're either over or under over 100 calories for the day. Your protein is way off. And then the next day you're really good. And then the next day you're falling off again. And then the next day you're really good. And then the next day you're falling back off again. So it's on and off. Now, I'm going to ask you, when your consistency is like that, what percent do you think you're getting out of the program? What percent of success do you think you're getting? I hope you don't think that you're going to get 100% when you're putting in 50. If you're doing 50%, then only expect 50% out. Okay? This is proven hundreds of times. Everybody's on a different time frame as far as how fast it works, because everybody's different. No two people are the same. Okay? But this is what I found. The ones that were consistent every day so far, and I've checked many days in a row, the ones that have been consistent, I mean, making sure that they're close on their calories, their proteins, making sure they're getting the water, making sure if they have a workout that day, making sure that it's getting in, checking their fiber, checking their sugar.
They're dialing it in.
They're dialing it in. I mean, to single digits of calories over or under, single digits of protein. Even their carbs and fats are on. Their water's done. Everything is done. Day after day after day after day. So I made a list of those people. And I have looked at their before, during pictures. And the ones that have been the most consistent doing this are the ones that have gotten the greatest success out of it so far. The greatest transformations have come from the ones that have been consistent, not sporadic. Now, you all signed up for a reason. You had a why. Why? I want you to go back and think about why did you sign up? I don't want the answers. I just want you to think about it. Why did you do this? What was the reason you felt like you needed to do this? If your reason was anything other than doing it for yourself, the wrong decision. You don't do it for your spouse. You do it for you. You don't do it for your boyfriend. You do it for you. You deserve it. No matter where you are in life, life goes on. And we all have to deal with life and things that are in life. But you know that you can replace anything in this world except your body. You can't replace it. You can't go to Lowe's. You can't go to the dealership, trade it in. You only get one. You only get one. So what are you doing with it? How are you treating it? How have you treated it over the years? I bet if it was a Lamborghini, a brand new Lamborghini that you just bought, would you throw trash in the floorboard? And it's nowhere as important and valuable as this one body that you get. So we've gone through life taking a lot of things for granted as far as our physical health goes. Probably for some of you, if you're like me, I didn't even start thinking about it until I was 50. I didn't worry about it. You know what? I thought I was bulletproof. Then nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to just continue to eat the way that I want to, drink what I want to. Maybe I'll start worrying about my body and how I feel when I'm in my 70s. I want you to remember what the most valuable asset you get in life is. Oh, my eyes burning. I'm not crying. And that's the body that you have. And I will tell you that I want you to think about not just the physical outside appearance aspect of this, but the inside. What's going on the inside? Because that's where the problems happen, isn't it? That's where the doctor visits come in. A1C, high blood pressure. And they can both be controlled by nutrition. So if you find yourself at a place where you're, I'm not going to track today. I just don't feel like tracking today. I want you to remember what I've said. I want you to remember what you came on here for. You came on here for a reason. You came on here for some type of change. And if you want that change bad enough, then do the simple things that they are. Tracking, weighing your food. It's a very simple process when you think about it. Just focus on consistency, because that's where the success comes in. And Allie named a few that are hitting it. I mean, they are hitting it and they are changing. Their bodies are changing. They see it. And you know what happens? That's motivation. Mm-hmm. When you start seeing the subtle changes that probably most people see before you do. That's the greatest motivation there can be. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, and I've never done drugs, but it's like crack. You get a little of it and you want more. And then you want more and you want more. So you know what you need to do in order to keep going, climbing the ladder, changing your body, changing your health, changing the way that you feel about yourself, which is extremely important. Changing your life. You can take the success that you're having here and roll it over into other areas of your life and be successful there too. You know why? Because you're building self-esteem by doing this.
Confidence,
discipline. And those are things that you have to be successful in almost every aspect of life. So you succeed at this one. You win here. And you will win in other areas of your life. I guarantee you. All right. I'm done.
Proud of you guys.
See you.
So those of you who are hit and miss, I want you to think about that. You know, think about it, remember it, because it's so true. That Wade and I see the ones that who are really consistent. Now that being said, Vianna, can you talk and walk at the same time?
Yes. I might be out of breath, but I'll try.
Well, watch your, don't step out in front of a car. But tell them what happened to you. You had some struggles in the beginning. It's not like it's easy for you. That is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I hold it all in my belly, and I used to be very athletic. And going through perimenopause. Glad to announce this month I'm in full blood menopause. But
Good, I love it.
I know, right? But I really hit the gym really hard. I was really into the workouts. I used to do keto, so I thought that I could really kind of get a track on my calories without tracking them, because I never did macros or anything like that. And gosh, we went a good 4 months and checking in and seeing a little bit of progress here and there, little bit, some inches gone. And finally, going in the 4th month, you know, she said, you're working so hard in the gym, we've got to see that scale move, and we've got to see a difference. And I said, I'm gonna give in, I'm gonna surrender, I'm gonna track everything that goes in my mouth for a month. And that's when we really started seeing some things happen. And then, sorry, it's loud. And then the last 3 months, it's been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm starting to see the results massively. So, and it's not doing just 1 or 2 of the things, or even 3 of the things. It's doing all of them. It really is. And once you get the hang of it, you get your diet down, you know what you're eating, it becomes easier, because I couldn't wrap my head around tracking and measuring and weighing and all that and really reading labels. It took me a while, but once I got the hang of it, I've said before, my diet's pretty boring. So, but yeah, what else do you want me to say?
Is it worth it now to just get that tracking in? Because I mean, you were putting in hard work before, and you're still doing hard work, but now you're seeing the results. So I can imagine that it feels more worth it now, doesn't it?
It's definitely more worth it, because I felt like, what am I doing wrong? I'm working out really hard, which was an accomplishment for me to be consistent on my workouts. So I haven't done that in a long time. But like I said, once you started tracking, it makes all the difference. And it actually gives you a really good roadmap of what to do. So it's definitely worth it, because like Wade said, I didn't really feel that I saw a change, but I did my before pictures reluctantly, but I'm so glad that I did it, because every month I weigh in, I take my pictures and I do my measurements, and it keeps going down and keeps going down now. So it's definitely worth it, because now I look at pictures I took today, I was like, holy cow. And I'm really not down a whole lot in weight. And that's another thing. I used to weigh myself twice a day. For the past 2 months, I took the batteries out of my scale and put it away. I take it out once a month, and it is what it is. So yeah, that helps a lot too, because I'm not obsessing over it anymore.
Yeah, because it's a mind game, and the scale can cause you to quit, ladies. And when I weigh 3 more pounds than I did 4.5 years ago. So if I was going to measure my success by the scale, I would say I failed, but I look completely different. And same way with Viana.
Yeah.
And do we want the scale to move? Yes. But I'm going to tell you what, Viana's pictures, you look at them, and I mean, I'm going to post them in the groups tonight. If that's okay, Viana, is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll post it, because Viana's transformation over the last 3 months has just been incredible to watch. It really has.
And keep in mind too that the last time I weighed in was 2 weeks ago. So I was down 6 pounds. I don't know what I am right now, because I have 2 more weeks before I'll weigh in again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So only probably around 6-8 pounds lost total. And you guys will not believe it. It is crazy. I've seen people lose 20 pounds and they don't look like this. And she's only lost 6 to 8. Somewhere in there, probably. Probably what we figured.
And I've been at it since May. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been at it since May. So it hasn't been falling off. It's been a journey. And I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to the rest of the journey. So yeah.
Yeah, and it was her dialing, and like Bianca was kind of hit and miss, you know, with her stuff, and she thought she should be seeing results more than she was, and it was, you could just hear it in her voice, like when she get on a coaching call, like like she was just disgusted with it. And she, like she said, she made herself give in and just do it. And you know, it's hard either way. It's going to be hard to stay there and struggle and think, God, I'm working so hard to see nothing. But she gave in, and now the reward is, I mean, that's a hard to do what she's done, to learn to dial her diet in, but to see the results makes it worth it. So I'm proud of you, Bianca.
Hey, one more thing I want to say, one more thing is, if we're all, you guys don't know me, but if we're being totally transparent, you know, one of the things was, like Wade said, you'll have a really good day, and then you'll have a medium day, then you won't track anything, then you'll go back and track. And sometimes it might be, well, I really ate more than I should have, I'm just not going to put it down. Or I'm a social person, I like my cocktails, and maybe I had more cocktails throughout the week than I maybe wanted to admit. And I finally said, first of all, physically and health wise, I need to make sure nothing's wrong with me. So I have to just really surrender to all of it, cut some things out, and see if the scale moves. And if not, then I need to go get checked out, right? And be honest with myself and pull the curtain back. And that's what I did. So
Yeah. And now you're seeing amazing results. It's awesome to watch. So good job. Yeah, I too, ladies, I thought something was really wrong with me. I thought, I'm not losing weight. Something's really wrong. What should I do? All this stuff, like most of us. I was on a diet, off a diet. I'd be on the scale multiple times a day, at least once every day. And the scale would, if it would go down by a pound, I was so excited, and it would go back up the next day or the day after. It would really set the temperature for my whole day. And it was up and down and all over the place. And so was my mood. And finally, I just said, I'm going to learn. I'm going to take all this garbage of marketing out of it. I'm going to learn, and I'm going to do what I learned. And I did. And I dialed it in, and I just said, this is hard. But I'll tell you what, it's not as hard as where I was, because looking in the mirror, having no confidence, feeling bad, not about myself, feeling bad in my body and my health, and not dialing that in was much harder for me than the hard of dialing my diet in and learning and staying consistent. That hard had a great reward. And it is like Wade said, it just didn't change my weight. It changed my life, because it changed my confidence. It changed my belief in myself again, because I did not believe in myself to do anything right anymore. I felt like I was failing at everything. And when I got my confidence back, it has directly hit every area of my life. And that's why I get to work with you, because it even changed my life to where we could start a business. I can mentor women, and I love it. And so guess what? It will change your life. When you go in, if you're single and you walk in that room for a date, you are going to feel different at your goal than you felt where you are right now, or where you're struggling at. You feel different in your skin. Just walking in a room of strangers, I feel different in my skin. You know, we always say it's a mind game. Losing weight is such a mind game. But when it dings your confidence, it's a big mind game there too, because you're not confident in yourself, and people can feel that. Even in business relationships, they can feel if you are not quite confident with yourself. If you're coming to the game like an A player, there's a difference than someone who has low confidence and low self-esteem. And it hits you in every area of your life, and you don't even realize how it hits you. And it can make or break you, really, in a lot of areas of your life, man. I want to feel confident in my own skin. Am I confident I am not one of the most confident people in the world. Wade will tell you, I am the hardest on myself. But I'll tell you what, I feel so much different than I did. I don't think I have all my crap together still, but I feel so much better. And I want you guys to commit to yourselves. Like Wade said, don't do it for everybody else. Screw them. You do it for you. Do it for you because you're worth it. You're worthy of that confidence. You're worthy of that good self-talk. You know, here is something that I think is so true, and I want you to hear my heart. And I just keep thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. People will lose. We will be losers. We will lose, and I'll be doggone if we change our habits. We won't change our habits. And we just keep on thinking, I'm just gonna, I'm doing it, and and we're failing and failing and failing. But God forbid we change our habits, because that's hard to do, right? God forbid we just keep on doing the same losing habits over and over and over and over again, and live our life in this losing battle of, I just don't want to change my habits. Changing my habits is too hard. I don't want to change the way I eat. Changing the way I eat is too hard. Well, I'm going to tell you what, losing is hard. Feeling bad about yourself is hard. Having no confidence is hard. Being sick in your body is hard. It's a much harder hard than changing my DAMN habits. Sorry, spell cousin. It is a lot easier to change my habits than it is to live with losing all the freaking time. But we won't change our habits, and then we'll be upset that we're losing. Change your habits, you change your freaking life. Change them. Is it hard? Oh my God, I hate to change my habits. It requires discipline. It requires me to do some stuff I don't want to do, but it's going to give me a result that I want. So just do it. Just change your habits. It takes 21 days to build a habit. So what if it's extra hard for 21 days? I'll tell you, you get to a place where it's your habit to eat healthy, and to think outside of that box is what? Get out. We haven't had a pizza in a long time. Instead, I used to just think, hey, pizza sounds good. Well, guess what? People that are overweight say just exactly what I said. What sounds good for dinner tonight? Well, that got me the result I was getting. What sounds good to you? Well, guess what? I didn't say what's going to fuel my body. I said what sounds good. And lots of times there are lots of things that sound good that aren't good. It's easy. It's convenient. It gets me losing results. It gets me where I don't want to be. I'm going to make a decision to change my habits, and I'm going to do what it takes. If I got to make myself a crock pot meal, if I got to order myself meals from online, if I go to a restaurant, I am not going to one that's going to sabotage me. I am going to make a good decision to go somewhere where I know I can get grilled chicken, or I can get a lean steak, and I can get some veggies, and I know what's in my food because I got goals, because I want to be my best me and give that pride to myself that knows, hey, when people look at me and they say, like they do to me, it must be nice. I worked my ass off for it. I know the price I paid, girlfriend, and they're never going to understand. And I don't care. I worked for it. I know the price I paid for it. And you're going to know too. Just get in there and do it. And when they say it must be nice, you're just going to look, oh God, okay, you must have good genetics. Well, no, I sure don't. But thanks. And you look at them straight now and you think you have no clue the sacrifices I've made to be here. And it's just something inside of you that knows that you work for it. Because when it comes easy, ladies, we don't value it much. So when it's hard and you're putting in that work, ladies, and you're thinking, darn it, this is so hard. Why does this have to be hard for me? Guess what? You're putting in the work, and you're going to understand the value of what it took to get that. Because if it comes easy, it doesn't have much value to you. But we've got to work extra hard at it. And before we got to go because it's 7:04, but I want to say this. I'm looking at a group of women who are not normal. And I love it. I love the heck out of it. Women who say, I don't want to be normal. I just don't want to go with whatever life hands me. I'm going to fight to be my best self. And we get weary in that fight. But I want you to realize it's worth it, and I want you to keep fighting to be your best you. Because you are valuable, you are strong, you have wisdom, you bring a lot to the table in this world and this life. Just because we're getting older, it doesn't mean we no longer have value, or we're not, we don't get, we're not looked upon in a certain way. As an older woman, I want to see women like you and me rise up and show people what we're made of. I want to see the tide turn where women over 50 are proud to be 50 years old. And when someone asks you how old you are, you say, I'm 56. My grandmother was 80 something, and she was telling she couldn't wait. She just had a birthday. She turned 80. She's telling somebody, I'm almost 81. She goes, I love to tell people how old I am. So when I hit 50, I went on a live video on YouTube, and I told people, I don't want anyone to know my age. I've been hiding it. I've been in the music industry my whole life almost, and I'm just sitting here trying to hide my age. Well, guess what? I'm coming out. I'm 50 years old. And I'm only getting better. I'm like fine wine. And that's what I want y'all to be like too. I gotta let you go. Have a great night. Next week, we're talking about stretching. Woo! See y'all then. Bye.